today we're going to take a look at API. So first of all, what is API? It stands for Application Programming Interface. So simply put, API allows two applications to communicate with each other through a transfer of data. Every time we use an app on our phones, we're using API. The internet is basically a web of interconnected servers, and APIs run back and forth between the servers to request and deliver data. So when you visit smtp2go.com, for example, a request is sent from your browser to our servers. Then the response is sent back from our server to your browser, and that's how our website appears. So we can think of API like a server in a restaurant. The customer, or in this case, the app, sends an order to the kitchen, or our servers, for example, via the waiter, who acts like the API. Once the kitchen is ready, the assets, in this case, a thick juicy steak, are returned to the customer again via the waiter. Okay, so when do you use API? You use an API when you want to do one of four things, really. Get, post, put, or delete. Here are some examples of when you'd use them with our service. Get requests data from a server. For example, a report on email bounce statistics. Post sends new information to a server. For example, sending an email. Put makes changes to existing data on the server. So for example, to update an SMTP user. And delete removes existing information from the server. For example, if you want to remove an SMTP user. So where can I find APIs? If you take a look at our website, you can see that we've got a really comprehensive guide to all of the APIs that can be used with our service. So if you're wondering why you should use an API, they're really useful if you want to add something to your website. There's probably an API for that. It will save you a lot of time and effort if you can use one that already exists, rather than having to create your own. For example, if you want to add a map to your website, you can just use Google Maps' API rather than having to create your own database of information. So if you're wondering how do you use APIs, particularly with our service, the first thing you're going to need is an API key. You can generate one of these by going to the API keys section of your SMTP2go dashboard. Once you've done that, you can then take the key and input it into your app. For example, if you want to send email through WordPress, you can input the key into the WordPress SMTP2go app, which will then allow you to send emails through your website. So if you'd like to learn more about how to integrate our APIs with your system, please don't hesitate to get in touch.